What's up, guys? PowerManiac720 here, and I have for you round 4 from the West Hartford Premier Challenge. This is against Amelia Zoldy. She's pretty good. I guess I could say pretty good friend of mine. I see her at a lot of PC. She's going to Virginia with me. I play her a lot, and she usually beats me. She's usually got really well-built teams that cover weaknesses really well, and she's just a really solid all-around player. I believe she's top caught pretty much every PC we've gone to together, with the exception of the one we went to yesterday. So I lead my auto lead pretty much, which is Suicune, Lopunny, as she leads Gengar, Venusaur, and Conkeldurr. So of course that Conkeldurr is really the threat right now. And so I switch out Sylveon for Gengar. Because I don't really want to take a Giga Drain also. I mean, pretty much both of her leads threaten both of my leads, which is never good. But anyway, Lopunny comes out, and I just go for the fake on the Conkeldurr because I assume it's Assault Vest, because most are. And also, I figured that Venusaur was going for the Giga Drain onto Gengar, but she calls that perfectly and goes for the Giga Drain onto Lopunny. So I switch out Lopunny now because I don't want to take a Drain Punch or a Mach Punch, and I set in Sylveon as Gengar goes for the Will-O-Wisp on the Venusaur just so I can get some chip damage, but that fails. As Giga Drain comes onto Gengar, which still does an okay amount, I guess, as Knockoff also comes into Gengar. So Amelia making the plays early. I guess my switches were pretty obvious. Oh well. As Lopunny comes out. So at least I have fake out pressure again, which is nice. And I also liked seeing her switch out because I thought that I was going to have a pretty awesome Hyper Voice damage onto something, but of course it's Heatran, so I don't have any Hyper Voice damage. As Sludge Bomb comes onto Sylveon, which does just over half, and I actually go for the Psy Shock though onto Venusaur, which does a huge amount of damage with a crit. So of course I would have really liked to have seen that burn go off, because then that chip damage would have knocked it out, as Gengar comes out from her. And so I switch out Sylveon because I know I'm going to need late game for the Conkeldurr, as I send in my own Suicune because of the Heatran. And I go for the return onto Venusaur slot, which because of Scrappy I hit because I hit Gengar, which brings it to its Sash. So Flash Cannon actually comes out from the Heatran, which I was really shocked about, and does pretty much nothing to Suicune because of course Suicune resists it. So at this point I think the match is in really good hands with me because I have a lot of offensive pressure. The one thing that kind of hurt was I can OHKO the Heatran with I'm able to OHKO the Heatran with low kick, but I thought that the low kick or the Scald and the fighting move in the Heatran was obvious, so I went for the Tailwind instead, and I just took out the Gengar so I didn't get burned by a Will-O-Wisp or anything. As Conkeldurr comes back out, and Heatran also protects. And so Lopunny, I thought for sure that Conkeldurr was gonna Mach Punch me, and I was just kind of let it happen, but it didn't happen. As Ice Punch actually comes out into Lopunny, so clearly she thought some sort of switch was coming. I don't know. Maybe she didn't carry Mach Punch. I'm not really sure. So my Suicune goes back to full health also, which is nice. As Sylveon comes out, so I feel like the match at this point is in really good shape. Conkeldurr goes for the Mach Punch to get any damage off it can, which, like I said, does pretty much nothing to Suicune. As I Scald the Heatran and do just over half damage. Hyper Voice comes out, picks up the KO on Conkeldurr, and does an okay amount to Heatran, considering it 4 times resist Fairy. But of course that Flash Cannon is going to come out. At this point in the match I know I'm in trouble because I know that she runs a relatively fast Venusaur, fast enough to outrun like 12 speed Rotom, and I know my Suicune doesn't hit that speed stat, so I know that I'm in huge trouble. So she protects the Heatran, which I'm really not concerned whatsoever about that Heatran. And she does this so she can stall out Tailwind. So pretty much at this point, my only chance is to freeze Venusaur. I don't really have any other... I guess my other option is to Scald and then just spam Protect. But that wasn't really an option for me. So as you see, the Giga Drain does a pretty good chunk of damage. So I go for the Ice Beam, which I know because of Thick Fat won't do that much, but I just needed a freeze. Like, that was my only chance to beat her. And I don't get it, so... And I was kind of stupid here. I just protected to try and stall, which was kind of dumb because I knew I had no chance to win anyway because Giga Drain would KO me regardless. And so I kind of gave her the information that I had Scald because I could have easily had Snarl. And she would have had no idea. That's actually what she commented on. She was like, "Oh, it's good to know that you have Snarl. Or Protect over Snarl." I was like, "Oh, damn." So Giga Drain picks up the KO. Goodbye, Suicune. And I end up losing this round. So at this point in the tournament, I am 3-1. Like I said, Amelia just pretty much outplayed me. Pretty much called everything I was going to do. And, yeah, so at this point, though, I know that I'm pretty sure we're the only 3-1s left. And so, or she's the only 4-0 left, and we were the only 3-0s going to that round. So I feel pretty good about my chances to top cut. So stay tuned for round 5.